It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, December 13th, 2018 at 7 a.m. Hey, it just shared. My phone just went ding ding.
You don't ever mute your phone during the
Why
show.
should
That's
I?
why you get phone calls. You get.
Isn't that what the phone is for, to get a phone call?
You're doing show. You're at
Well,
work.
Somebody may want to talk to me.
I mute mine. That's just wrong.
So I'll get a call from one of those robo things. Do you get those robo calls?
Oh, everybody does. They're annoying.
Don't you like the one from the IRS? You're going to jail if you don't call us.
Yeah, I like the one that we can help you with your college debt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't got any college debt. What are you talking about?
There's always something. I finally, one of them called one time, and I had a record going on the turntable. I just laid it down in front of the turntable and let it just play. They hung up. Anyway, good morning and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis, Jessie Greene at the far end, hiding down there, doing some texting.
Hold on, let me put him back on the screen.
Where's Jessie? There he is. Hey, Jess. Co-hosted today. We'll explain more about what's going on. We've got a pre-recorded guest today, and Jessie's going to come help us a little bit. And
we also got Delta. You're leaving
Delta's here.
Delta.
She's
the star of the show. What are you talking about?
No, yeah.
She's here to take your job.
Swap chairs. Hey, we're enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. You can do the very same thing. 3 locations to serve you here in Mountain Home. As you heard in the introduction, we've got Balmer Boulevard, which at 7:02 is going to start getting busy because all the kids going to high school stop at Brood Awakening. Then you've got Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, and you have 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. That's Brood Awakening. Check out their menu board. They've got it all. How'd you like the cinnamon rolls last week?
I love the cinnamon rolls, man. Those things are huge. They're the size of a plate. They're awesome.
Yep. I've got one left. I should have brought it and let you have it. I got one left from last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. I should have, would have, could have.
Check out Brood Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. And thanks to Mike and his gang for being a sponsor for so many years with Brood Awakening Coffee. They do a fantastic job. And, of course, the morning weather.
She's over here laughing at you.
Morning weather.
Well, hold on.
I need the trumpet.
You're like off completely. What do we do after?
Morning prayer.
But why is Delta sitting here and you're just going to bypass the morning prayer?
Well, at least I did the trumpet for you.
You can do a trumpet? All right. Wait till we get to the weather.
We're in for a competition here.
Okay, let's get the morning prayer.
All right.
Morning prayer by Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Personal testimony, just went through it a month ago. Outstanding service. Professional, willing to help. Do your pre-planning. Take time. Call Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas when the need arises. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect.
All right.
Brad, Bruce, Chris, anyone out there can help you. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. And today we have another outstanding student from the Mountain Home Christian Academy to do our prayer. This morning, Delta is here. How's school going this year?
Great.
Good.
First of all, I want to give it up to my friends, Riley, Michael, Zoe, Audrey, Sundquist, and Christopher. They are my most
friends.
My most lovable friends, and they are so kind to me every day. When I'm down, they bring me up, and it's just the best.
It's good to give them a shout out.
There you go. That is outstanding. Are you ready to say your prayer? All right.
I'm going to end with a verse.
Go ahead.
Dear God, I thank you for this day and its many blessings, Lord, that I pray for those that do not know you, they will find their way to you. Please, Lord, I pray for my Poppy as he is sick, and I pray for my mom and my dad and my brother and my sister Gage and Megan. Amen. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. 31:6.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
impressive.
Thank you.
Wow. This morning, Delta brought you the morning prayer. And what verse was that? Can I see your book? Is that your prayer book?
Pocketbook of Prayers from Good
Oh,
Samaritan.
from Good Samaritan, sure. Let's see. That verse was found in Deuteronomy 31:6. Was it this one right here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 31:6. That was outstanding.
That was
Thank you.
awesome.
My goodness. And this is an example of Mountain Christian Academy and the fine education these students get. They teach no Common Core. They take no government money. It's all private donation. If you can help them financially and help encourage young students like this to continue a great education, Mountain Christian Academy, call them at 424-6622. What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is, well, I really don't know what you mean.
Well, do you like math or science or art?
My favorite one is
Recess.
science,
Science?
because scientists are like my favorite people in the world, and we're getting up with science at my school, and my friends just love science, and so do I. And
So you like studying about plants, animals, or electricity or weather?
well, we're getting to it at school. I would like to study, but I can't because at school we're not at the science book yet.
No, okay.
Oh.
My favorite part of science is I like studying weather and electricity. That was always fun.
Science rules.
There you go.
Oh,
All right.
I like her already.
Morning prayer
Hey,
break by Roller Funeral.
Before
With
we
all
continue,
respect.
I'm going to give a shout
What do you
out
think of
to
that,
my.
Jesse? Ain't that cool?
Yeah.
Ain't that cool?
I'm going to give a shout out to all my fans.
Delta will be signing
Oh, that was
autographs in the
awesome.
lobby at 7:50.
You got
Well,
all
Not that.
Okay.
Well, I'm already getting a head start because Delta Dawn. That's a song.
Yeah, oh, I remember that one
Yeah.
came. I think I've got it over 45
Come on,
RPM.
come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't sing, Scott,
I know the
please.
song.
The ratings will drop.
I don't think they get any lower than
Okay.
they are now.
Now time for the weather. The trumpet.
care.
We got to have a competition. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can you do better than that?
No.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you
You gotta
already
try.
did. Come on, we're having a couple. No, she did more than I did, though.
Zoe's
Overachiever.
gonna laugh at this.
Oh,
She's
it's a
just
lot of
gonna
fun. That's what
laugh
we're here
and
for.
laugh.
Maybe people at home are laughing. That's what we need.
Overachiever.
Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square Mountain. Have you ever been to Old Time Restaurant on the Square Mountain Home?
Be careful how you answer this.
No.
Oh, for
You got. All right,
let's see. Oh, for 43.
wait a minute. All right. Is there a sign up in the Christian Academy boycotting old time restaurants?
Well, Miss
You
Lindquist
got to
is my.
understand,
is
you're
a-
open from 7 to 2 Monday through Friday, and these kids are in school basically from 7 to 2.
But we got Saturday. I mean, we've got the best pancakes in town.
So
And
what's the special today?
she's telling me that she's been there though. Mom's saying that she has. She's just fibbing, is what
Okay,
Mom's
so
saying.
now so now you're 3 for 41, right?
I'm taking that as a win.
What's the special today, Scooter?
2 pancakes, 2 sausage, 2 eggs for $5.88. Can't
Yep.
beat it. Or for lunch, one of your favorites, open-faced turkey breasts.
Boy, it's good. I had the meatloaf the other day. It was really good.
Comes with 2 sides, roller cornbread for $6.88. Or we've got those homemade pies. She's got fudge, cobbler, all sorts of goodies there. So go on down to the old time. Mom, take her to the old time restaurant at some point here. And pass that around the Christian. If you see a sign boycotting us, could you take that down? Everybody else will go, oh yeah, we eat there, and I bring in a Christian Academy kid. It's like, what are you talking about?
Well, they go to school, Scooter. Anyway, Old Time Restaurant, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday, 7 to 11. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. They bring the morning weather each and every day. You want to read the temperatures here? Just say Mountain Home. Can you see it right there?
Mountain Home, Arkansas, 45 degrees, and it's going to be cloudy.
And Harrison is how much?
Harrison, Arkansas, it's going to be rainy.
47. Currently
40.
47 in Harrison. Hardy is a 47.
And
Mountain View is how much?
45, 46. You can't read it
Same in
very well.
Yellville. Same in Marshall. Same in Calico. St. Louis, Missouri is what degree?
It's going to be cloudy.
Yep. And what's the temperature in St. Louis?
St. Louis, it's going to be cloudy, and it's going to be 44 degrees. And
Branson.
Poplar Bluff, Missouri, 44 degrees.
Branson's got rain. See that little thing right here?
Cloudy.
See, it means cloudy. This means they've got
Branson, Missouri, 46 degrees, rainy. Does that say Paris?
West Plains.
West Plains,
Plains.
Missouri,
Missouri.
44,
And
cloudy.
this is Watford City, North Dakota. What's the temperature in Watford City, North Dakota? That's where my son lives.
That said Warford. Watford City,
North Dakota.
North Dakota, 27
degrees.
And it's going to be
Cold.
cold.
They'll probably get snow.
Cold.
Here's the
I'm
national
not
radar.
good
Can you
with
see the
this
national
right
radar
now.
here? On the national radar, we got showers moving from Texas to Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, southern Illinois, southeast Missouri, south central Missouri. It's going to be a rainy day today and tomorrow, it looks like. And so let's look at Little Rock. Want to look at Little Rock? Here's the Little Rock radar. Just about every inch of the state has some type of shower activity except for Mountain Home over to Corning, Arkansas on 62-412. All highways in Arkansas affected right now. With some type of precipitation throughout the state, from Fayetteville to Texarkana, back over to Greenville, Mississippi, Jonesboro, Batesville, Mountain Home.
If you're driving in Arkansas, you're getting wet.
Lights and wipers. And let's see, we'll back it up here and we'll take a look at St. Louis and see what's going on in that part of the country first. We see a little bit around the St. Louis area, I-70 coming into St. Louis and I-44. A little bit east of Interstate 55, it's already over into Illinois, affecting I-24 and Interstate 57. Not much on Interstate 64 east of East St. Louis, Illinois, and I-70 east of St. Louis to Vandalia, Effingham. A little bit around Jefferson City, affecting Highway 63 going north. Check southwest Missouri. You can see what's moving our direction right now from Branson to Mountain Home down to about Fort Smith, back over to Tulsa, Oklahoma. That affects Tulsa to Joplin, Interstate 44. Nothing at Springfield, Lebanon, and Rolla, but a little bit on I-70 at Kansas City right now. And let's see. Let me check my text messages.
Oh my God! Where
That's from the Mountain Home Christian Academy.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Hold on. All right, we get a text that says you guys got to experience our Delta Force this morning.
Oh, I love every part of having the kids here. It's a lot of fun.
I hate
This
to
is the
blame
regional
you.
radar.
You're going on my return list.
I hate
Your
to blame you.
trip.
Sorry.
She needs to sit here when you and Bob are doing sports on Monday.
Oh yeah, we got to bring you in on
two
a
guys
Monday.
lined out. Let me tell you, showers from Memphis to Poplar Bluff, back over to Sykeston, all the way up to Cape Girardeau, Carbondale, Illinois, to Mount Vernon, over to Carmi, Illinois, to Evanston, Indiana. And that affects Interstate 64. Forecast for today: 100% chance of rain today, 90% tonight. Friday, 90%. Friday night, 80%. Saturday morning, 30% chance of showers. Then by Sunday, clear skies, high of 57 degrees. Monday, sunny with high of 54. We'll check the drought monitor. It's going to be the same thing for the last 2 days because they update it today about 8 o'clock Eastern time. Northwest Arkansas with a moderate or abnormally dry, southwest Missouri and western Missouri along the Missouri River. Checking iDrive Arkansas. You can go to iDrive Arkansas, and this is your weather information map. A couple of accidents on the interstates, Little Rock, Malvern, and up at Corning, Arkansas right now. In Missouri, this is MODOT, Missouri Department of Transportation. All highways are clear right now.
Saying please wait.
But there's no snow, so anyway.
No.
All right.
But I am predicting snow for Christmas.
Yes.
So.
My grandfather has the shingles.
Ooh. Gotta put him on the prayer list, don't we? Oh, that can be miserable.
That's tough.
That's tough. Morning weather. Watch back. Oh, you want to do the trumpet one more time? You want to do the trumpet one more time?
I toned it down.
I'm bad at it.
You do a longer one than I do. You do a better one.
Yeah.
Let's hear you do it.
That's what I tried to do when I was 3.
Community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883. Let us wrap your Christmas present, the Mountain Home Christian Academy. We need your help. Mountain Home Christian Academy junior high students are raising money to go to Creation Museum and Ark Encounter in Kentucky. Drop off gifts, handy drive-through entrance, Friday, December 14th. from 7:30 to 10:30 a.m. They're at 1989 Glenbar Drive. We will have them wrapped, ready, and temporarily labeled by the afternoon for pickup. The cost is the donation of your choice. This is a fundraiser from the junior high students of Mountain Home Christian Academy. 7:15, we need to take a break.
Hold on. We haven't. You just going to go over one thing and just
That's all I got.
on?
What do you got?
The wrestling thing tonight.
Talk about the wrestling tournament.
We got the Mountain Home High School Bomber Wrestling has got a wrestling tournament tonight, or a meet tonight against Mountain View. It will start at 5:30.
I thought that was tomorrow.
No,
it's tonight.
It's tonight. Yeah, we leave tomorrow to go to Cabot.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, but we got a home meet right here at the high school gym starting at 5:30. If you ain't got
Mountain
anything
View's
to do.
coming in.
Mountain View's coming here. Yes.
And then you go to Cabot. That's what I was thinking. You got the Cabot meet tomorrow.
Yeah, this weekend, and then youth is going to West Plains. That's where they will be wrestling this weekend. So it'll be pretty cool. We've got the high school team. I think some of our 7th and 8th graders will have some exhibition matches. We're going to be running on them. So it'll be a good time tonight. If you ain't got anything going on, go support the kids and come over to the high school at 5:30 and watch some cool matches. It'll be real cool. It'll be real fun. How about you, Delta? You got anything going on in your world? What's going on in the Christian Academy? What's coming up?
Well, probably the talent show. Ooh. And maybe this week we're going to have an ugly sweater day. And we're going to have a Christmas contest. Who has the best Christmas outfit, they win. And there's great things going on. Like really good things.
Ugly
talent show is going to be good this year. I know
I'm sure you could join that.
Probably.
Yes.
I've got Bob Rechtenwald on one side and you on the other. I get the picture you two got.
Oh, no.
It's either that or Yoko Ono. Anyway,
and I heard some.
Look at that camera there.
Hold on. She's trying to tell you something.
I know.
I'm trying to go to break. We got a 20-minute video we got to fit in.
Oh, you're fine.
Well, on
Mom needs to get her to school.
On the radio, you know what I found?
What?
I found someone. She was this news lady, and she told a boy, like a man, if he could keep off his smartphone for a whole entire year, he would win $100,000.
That'd be worth it.
How did it work?
Worth it.
I remember when there was no smartphones, the phone hang on the wall at the house.
Yeah.
See that camera right there?
Tell him Goobers out of coffee.
Dale's out of coffee. We need to take a break.
Out of coffee. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I'm out of coffee.
All right, tell him Goobers out of coffee. We got to take a break.
Look at that camera right there.
I know.
Go ahead.
You got it.
Yeah, I know.
Tell him we're going to take a break.
Take a break.
That's a wrap. Take a break.
There you go.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our roll burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
7:21 on this Thursday. I've invited Jessie Greene, youth pastor, First Baptist Church Mountain Home, to come and visit with us for a while. Coming up here at about 7:30, we've got the video that we pre-recorded with Dr. Brett Cooper and Dr. Norman of Mountain. I keep saying Mountain. It's Williams Baptist University, and I keep on saying college, but they've moved up to university status. Mm-hmm. And Jessie, you deal a lot with young people from junior high to seniors in high school, and the importance of good decisions, especially choosing perhaps a college, university, or a trade school. How do you handle situations with young people nowadays? Because it's a different world from my generation to your generation, and now the generation that you're leading at First Baptist Church.
Well, it's really interesting. I was just having this conversation with someone at our church. It was either yesterday or the day before yesterday about how students tend to pick colleges these days, and it's less about the academics and more about the atmosphere and the experience. Ooh. And so a lot of students these days And I'll be honest with you, that was my favorite part of school, was just the atmosphere and was the experience itself and the friendships that I developed. And of course, I met my wife there, thankful for that. And so a lot of students these days are picking their college and the university that they're going to based on the experience of friends who have been there, or the experience of people who they trust that have been there and have said, hey, this is a great place to go. And so whereas it used to be about academics and, where can I get the best education, those types of things, it's more about where can I have the best experience.
Wow.
And really, if you think about that, it's intriguing to me, because it's like students are spending bukus of money for an experience in and of itself.
Ooh.
It's a challenge. I mean, it's a challenge sometimes, but that's what they. I mean that.
Wow. So hypothetical. Let's take a young lady. Say she's 17 years old. Will be a senior. Let's say August of 19. And the parents stop by and they talk with you and say, "What can we tell her? She wants to go here because it's so much fun." Or perhaps there's a scholarship at another university, or there's another opportunity with better education possibilities. How do you convince them?
Well, and that's where it gets interesting.
It gets tricky?
It gets pretty tricky. I don't necessarily think we should convince students to go here or go there. I really think at that age, they're 18 years old, 17, 18 years old, and at some point we have to allow them to begin to make those life-altering decisions, those important decisions, because I think that's one of the struggles that we have. I specifically have in student ministry, is kids are. I mean, I'm not opposed to this. I want kids to be kids as long as they can, because I think far too many students are having to become adults way too early in life. But I think that we want to control every aspect our students' lives and of our kids' lives, and so and it's not out of like frustration, it's just out of love. I mean, we want to care for them, we want the best for them, and so but at some point I think we have to begin to let them make those decisions based on their experience, based on things that they've learned, and we just have to pray and hope that the education, the investment eventually gets to that point where they make the best decision for themselves. And I think in most cases, students do. And even if they don't necessarily make the best decision when it comes to college, eventually they're going to figure that out. Whether it's a semester in, or I've got a friend of mine who smartest kid I've ever met, and he scored real high on the ACT, went to UCA, and for all intents and purposes, he would have been the one I would say would graduate and would go on and do these really cool, crazy stuff. And I mean, after the first semester was put on academic probation. After the year, he left and
really,
and then he's now doing great things. I mean, he
did he finish college somewhere?
I'm not sure that he's finished going anywhere, but I mean, he's a pastor in our hometown, and God's using him to do some really cool stuff. And so it's like one of those situations where I think we make the best decision we can, and we ask God to we ask that God is in that, and hope that we're making the decision that God would want us to, and then after that we just continue down. We continue down that road, and it's.
Well, Jesse, I remember, of course, 40-something years ago when I was getting ready to graduate, we were called in. It was first hour, high school, Mountain Home, and the counselor called us in there, and there was 2 classrooms set together, and he says, "What are you going to do after graduation?" And I said, "I'm going to sleep all day." And everybody laughed. He said, "You're not taking it serious." I said, "No. What I feel you're doing, you're trying to cram University of Arkansas down my throat. Mm-hmm. That may not be for me. Mm-hmm. It may be UCA, Washita, Williams Baptist University. It may be a smaller college. It may be a VOTEC. And you've seen what happened across the state. VOTEC. You want to go to VOTEC?
Yeah.
No, you need that degree. Staple that thing to the wall from U of A. That's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And so I was a VOTEC guy.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I tell students all the time that university, college may not be for them.
Yeah.
I know students, I've ministered to students that college is just not, it's not for them. Yeah. And I don't tell them specifically that, because that would be heartbreaking, but I make sure to let all the students know that, hey, if college isn't for you, that's okay. I mean, there's jobs out there, trade jobs, that make far more money than what you're going to make right out of college. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's the truth. But, and if you want to be a plumber, don't be ashamed to be a plumber. I don't want to be a plumber. I had to plumb at the new house that we're renovating,
and it's a lot of fun,
and it's miserable. So I would gladly pay somebody to do that.
Have you ever sweated a fitting on copper pipe? Oh, thank goodness for shark bite.
Amen.
But there's so many differences in people. Mm-hmm. I could never stand in front of a crowd and preach a sermon like you can. Yep. At the same token, I wouldn't expect you to go out to my vehicle and take the springs and struts and the idler arms and everything out and rebuild it and realign it.
I mean, I could take them off, but it ain't going back on.
May have extra parts.
Well, that happens all the time. But if we were all the same, see what I'm saying?
Well, that's the biblical premise. I mean, we're all created uniquely, and Paul tells us throughout his writings that, I mean, we're a body of believers. You might be a finger, I might be a hand, I might be an ear, you might be a nose, and it's like, how can the ear tell the nose we don't need you?
No.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where we are all created with unique giftings and unique abilities, and God calls us to use those to bring honor to Him and bring people to Him.
We're going to take a break, and then we're going to bring up the video with Dr. Stan Norman, who's the president of Williams Baptist University, and Dr. Brett Cooper is a hometown guy. Grew up right here in Mountain Home, First Baptist Church. You remember Brett Cooper. Yeah, so stick around. We want to talk after the video a little bit. So coming up after the break, this was pre-recorded, late November, early December, I think it was.
November 26th, I believe.
November 26th, so I'll be wearing a different shirt and stuff. So anyway, right after the break, Dr. Stan Norman, Dr. Brett Cooper. We'll be right back.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim.
Welcome back to Down on the Corner. I am thrilled to have with us Dr. Stan Norman and Dr. Brett Cooper of Williams Baptist University at Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. Of course, Brett Cooper grew up right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. It's good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you, Dale. Great to be here.
Very good to meet Dr. Norman. So, gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Glad to be here.
So, Williams Baptist University.
Indeed.
When did that take place?
Actually, the transition happened over the course of the last year. We announced in September of 2017 that we were going to become Williams Baptist University, and we spent the next 9 or 10 months making that transition, getting signage in place, letting folks know, picking a new domain name for email, doing those kinds of things. And over the summer, the change became official, and we are now WBU instead of WBC.
Well, congratulations. Dr. Norman, it's nice to meet you. It's good to have
Nice
you here
to
at Mountain
meet
Home
you.
and XL7
Very glad
Television.
to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what do you think about Williams Baptist University?
Well, the latter part of your question is easy. I'm in love with it. I feel very blessed to be part of the Williams Baptist family. It's been a joy to get to learn the alums and meet them and to get to know the history and the story of Williams. And meet all of our students and get out in Arkansas and to meet friends and supporters of the school. So that's been a wonderful part. I came here from Oklahoma Baptist University, where I was a provost and executive vice president for campus life for about 9 years. I'm an Oklahoma boy, been in Christian higher education almost the entirety of my life. So after being a pastor, I became a professor and then administrator, and now here I am with the wonderful privilege of serving at Williams.
Well, you got another Oklahoma boy over here.
Well, that explains the kindred soul.
Two Okies,
yeah,
two Okies.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
We'll keep it civil today.
So, what's your vision? You know, every president comes in has a vision.
Right.
I mean, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Normally, when I have, I've had Jared Henderson's been here as gubernatorial candidate. The governor's been here, and I'll ask them, you got a genie in a bottle. You get 3 wishes. For them, it's for the state of Arkansas. For you, it's for Williams Baptist College. You and Brett, 3 wishes, genie in a bottle.
Wow. Well, speaking to vision, as I mentioned earlier, most of my adult life has been involved in distinctive Christian higher education. And it's because of what I believe about the profoundness that kind of mission can have on the life of a student. It really is not just about getting an education or granting a degree. It really is an experience of transforming a life. And the kind of our mantra for this coming year is launching a life with purpose. And so what we want to do is give an outstanding education. But through that, we also take very seriously about the transformative mentoring value of what we do in the lives of our students. So my vision is to be able to take this incredible legacy that's known as Williams Baptist, now University, and to move it beyond the Northeast Arkansas, where it is primarily known. Because we are an Arkansas Baptist State Convention entity, I want the entire state of Arkansas, minimally, to be aware of, hey, you have this incredible jewel in Northeast Arkansas, and it has an incredible legacy of investing and helping students launch their lives. We think you should send your students to us. Not simply for us to have a large student body, although that is a goal as well. The ultimate goal is to send out these young men and these young women with an outstanding academic education, but to also to be significant transformative leaders in the venues wherever God should place them. Now, that may be 3 or 4 of those wishes. I may have exceeded my limit there.
That's a good answer, though. You stumped.
But I'm going to throw this out at you. I'm 60 years old. Don't know how old you are, but I remember the violent 60s, and I remember the Flower Children and the Woodstock generation. Here we are.
Yeah.
And I remember pastors back then, 67, 68, 69. If this generation now are our leaders of the future, we're going to be in a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
Well, it is an interesting time in our country, without a doubt, and beyond that in the world. I'm of the opinion, and this is sort of anecdotal observation, a lot of the issues that are before us are the result of the education that these leaders that currently are in place received back in the day. And they are simply doing today what they were taught to do in that day. Mm-hmm. And they are simply reflecting the values and beliefs that they were taught in that day. Now, that's not true across the board, and I want to be careful here that I don't just grossly overgeneralize. Not everybody that went to school back in that day is modeling those kinds of ideas and behaviors today, but some are, and they happen to be people of influence in certain segments of our culture. We want to also capture the university student. So I had a friend that years ago was in the Soviet Union, and when the wall came down, she got to go into the University of Moscow and was one of the first Westerners to get a tour of that. And she noted a lot of the alums that went to school there, and a lot of them were significant leaders in the earlier part of the 20th century, primarily men who were dictators and despots over significant worldviews and over world movements and over countries. And she said it just dawned on her in that moment that the Soviets understood then what we, I don't think, really have understood, maybe intentionally. If you can capture the university student, you can capture the world.
Yeah.
And so what we want to do is to put out men and women, young women, to go out into the world to be leaders who are transformative in the way they lead, that they're outstanding in whatever vocation they might be in, but also that their leadership is for the common good and serves for the betterment of their communities, serves for the betterment of their state, for their country, and for the world, and to do so from a distinctive Christian worldview.
Wow, good points. How do we accomplish these goals?
One student at a time. So we build our university one student at a time. We have to have people buy into this vision. They have to understand that it's not just about the degree, although a degree is involved in this. And it's not just about paying for an education, although there is that. And it's not just about graduating them from the school, although as a father of 3 young men, we did and do want them to graduate from college. The goal is to believe that those are the 4 most formative years of a person's life, where not only are they going to learn a vocation, and I use that language intentionally, more than just a job. Studies show that we have several jobs in our working life. I'm thinking in terms of a calling, of a life purpose, of vocation, that we want to train them in that vocation, but we want them to do so with an understanding that your vocation becomes a platform for influence.
Ooh.
Your platform to make a difference. That your vocation becomes a platform to be significant in what you contribute to your culture and to your world around you. In that regard,
There's a lot of power in that statement.
there is, and history bears out the value of a college education for that transformative influence. So we accomplish this by, 1, having people believe this. Number 2, sending your students to schools like Williams, and we're not the only one, but we're certainly a primary one, certainly in the state of Arkansas, that buys into this kind of approach to higher education. And then number 3, to embrace and support us in all the different ways that people can do that, in helping us understand that you're not just sending your sons and daughters to get an education, you're investing in their life. You're investing in their future. And by doing that, you're investing in your grandchildren and their future, because the future of your sons and daughters is going to influence the future of your grandchildren and their children, and so on and so on. It has that ripple effect down through the generations. It's that important. It makes that big a difference, and it has that capacity to be that kind of transformative influence in our world today.
Wow. When you first walked on that campus, your first thought?
I had no idea this was here. So I had known about Williams. I've been in Baptist higher education, Christian higher education, as I said, most of my adult life. And I've heard of it. And I've actually worked with people that had worked at Williams in the past. But I had never been on the campus. And so we drive to Walnut Ridge, and the school actually sets out from the town. We drive out to the town, and we drive onto the campus. And it's like you just drive on, and boom, it opens up. And you have these beautiful buildings. You've got this gorgeous chapel. You have these buildings that have been well cared for. You walk inside, they have invested resources in keeping them up to date, looking nice. But what makes Williams Williams is not the location, and it's not the buildings. It's the people that work there. I began to meet the faculty and the staff, and I was enamored with these people have sacrificially invested themselves here because they believe in what they're doing. They believe what they do makes a difference, and they are outstanding at what they do. I'll stack my faculty up against anybody's faculty. And I've worked at significantly larger institutions, and when I look at the quality of the Williams faculty, and I look at the quality of the faculty at other places where I've worked, I am as impressed, if not more so, with the faculty at Williams Baptist University. They invest themselves with academic excellence, with a distinctive Christian faith, in a mentoring kind of relationship with the students. They know your name. They know where you're from. They know your passions, and they can speak and educate you into the core of who you are as a person.
Wow. Brent, how long have you been at Williams?
25 years now. Started in the fall of '93.
Wow.
I was 12 years old. That joke never gets old.
Now, wait a minute. You were 12 years old at TV 43.
The joke may never get old, but Brett sure has.
So, you've been there for 25 years now, and your thoughts and your memories.
Well, what Dr. Norman has just said about how the folks that work at Williams are called to be there, they invest themselves in these students. I can tell you over 25 years, that's exactly true. Over that period of time, I've sat through 25 graduation ceremonies, and I've seen kids cross the stage after 4, 5, 6 years. Some take the scenic route to get there along the way. But when they do, these are students that we know their stories. We know their families. We know what they've been through. We know their successes. We know a time or two that they've stumbled, and we know all about them because we have invested our lives in those kids. And when we see them cross the stage and grasp that diploma and shake the president's hand, I promise you, in a quarter century there, I have yet to go through a ceremony, a graduation ceremony, where I wasn't fighting back the tears because they mean that much to us. They're leaving the nest after the most formative time in their life. And yes, it is one of those kinds of institutions that we do truly care about these students to that degree, and we're excited about what they're going to do in the world. And I've been there long enough to see a lot of them make a big impact in the world around them.
You bet. One thing comes to mind. I'm just going to throw this out, and either of you can answer this in your own way. 18 years old, graduated high school, June of whatever year, late August, early September. Yahoo! I'm going to U of A. And the next thing you know, they're passed out, drunk, party. 18 to 23 years old. How do you grasp a hold of that? I'm free, I'm away from home, I'm out of high school, I'm on my own. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. And one of the things I want to make clear is we are a university. So we're not a reform school, we're not a monastery, and a lot of the challenges, not nearly to the degree or near the intensity that some of these larger secular institutions have, they're not our challenges, but we do have our challenges with some student behavioral issues.
Really?
Sin finds its way, or being a knucklehead finds its way on any college campus at any given point in time. Part of that maturation of the mentoring is not only saying, don't do these things, do these things. But when a kid acts like a knucklehead, we try to come alongside him or her and walk with them redemptively. Okay, you made a mistake, you messed up. Let's walk through this and be redemptive about it. And let's try to learn what we can from this and mature through this. That's the investment of our faculty and our staff because of who we are and our faith and pedagogical educational commitments. We are able to come alongside that young man, that young woman, and to walk with them in this way like that, so that it's not just the perpetually repeating of that behavior, so that when they graduate, that behavior is instilled in them as part of who they are. Now, when they leave us, they are their own people. They can make their own decisions. But while they're with us, we have a covenant community kind of experience where, okay, this is the Williams community. While you're here, these are the beliefs and the values and the behaviors that we believe are best suited for not only getting a good education, but for launching a life well. And when you mess up and become a knucklehead, then we're going to walk with you in learning how to do better in the providence of God's grace and mercy to move you forward holistically and redemptively.
Brett, your thoughts?
Well, I think that sums it up very well. And another thing you need to understand about Christian higher education, yes, we do try to provide a safe environment. We do that. We do eliminate some of the variables that can make parents feel better about their child being there. But understand this. We are not trying to shelter them from the real world. We're trying to prepare them for it.
That's right.
We want them to have a mind. Well, Paul wrote to the Romans, be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Right.
We want lives, we want minds, we want hearts to be transformed over that period of time that God blesses us with those students at our institution so that they can go out and fulfill their calling, whatever it may be, as business people, as attorneys, as doctors, as coaches and teachers. We have a ton to doing that. As psychologists, we have a ton of graduates out doing that. Or, by the way, as church staff members, we have quite a few out doing that also. Really? So whatever field they feel called into, we want them to be prepared to go out to be the very best they can be at that and to make a difference for God's kingdom in the process of doing it.
So let me throw this out to you, and I would want those that are watching this and listening to this to know that we are the 4th highest rated academic institution in the state of Arkansas. According to U.S. News and World Report, we are the 4th highest rated academic institution in the state. We give an outstanding education. Wow. Our top majors include biology pre-med, they include business, they include psychology, they include education and Christian ministry. Wow. So in the past, way back in the past, when we were Southern Baptist College and 2-year school, people thought of us primarily as a preacher's preparation school, and that was a large part of it, and it's still a large part of who we are. But we are so much more than that. We are training these young men and women in these areas and others to be people of influence for the good of the gospel, for the glory of Christ, to make a difference in all of these venues of life, in all these realms of culture.
So we've got about 3.5 minutes before we wrap this up. Just look at the cameras and talk to the students. This is going to be aired. This will be airing in December, of course, and there's going to be a Christmas break. During that break, I guarantee there's going to be some high school seniors sit down and think about their college coming up in 2019 as a freshman and where do they want to go and what they're going to look at. Let's talk to these students right now and tell them about Williams.
Well, you've heard a lot of the good about the institution, and you can research online and get more information about the outstanding academic education, the outstanding Christian commitment that we have, the outstanding students and alums that stand in the legacy of the Williams tradition. But I will tell you 3 things to do as you are looking for God's next step for you as you search for a university. Number 1, visit different campuses. And I would ask that you include Williams Baptist University in that. Come see us, get a tour, meet our faculty, meet our staff, meet the Williams family, get a sense of who we are. Likewise, go to other institutions and take a tour and get a sense of their campus life and experience. Second thing I would say, I know that you've been living under the guidance of your parents and maybe some other mentors in your life. These are people with wisdom. Get advice, get wisdom from trusted mentors, parents, some high school admissions counselor, other people, and let them speak into your life about this next step. Listen to them. They have much to offer for your good and for your future. And then third, and I mean this, pray about it. God is more than capable of guiding and directing you in this next step. And relax. It's an important decision, but it is not a life or death decision. So enjoy the journey of selecting a place. And this is what I would say to you. If you visit these campuses, including Williams, if you listen to the trusted advice and counsel of mentors and colleagues in your life, and if you pray about it, I'm hopefully confident that I will see you as a student this coming fall at Williams Baptist University.
Very good. Brett, final thoughts?
Final thoughts, if I'm speaking to the students who are juniors and seniors in high school, you really are about to make a decision that's going to have a big bearing on the rest of your life. So as you choose an institution of higher learning, look for one that's not just going to give you a piece of paper that will help you to launch a great career. Look for one that is going to launch your entire life, that is going to give you the life skills, the mental and spiritual tools in that toolbox to help you be a success in life. In your career, yes, absolutely. But also as you look to starting a family, as you look to being a part of a community, as you look to being a part of a church, look to the school that's going to give you the tools that you need to make a difference and to make a difference for the rest of your life. Yeah. That should be a part of the decision as you choose an institution of higher learning.
Wow, excellent. Dr. Stan Norman, Dr. Brett Cooper, Williams Baptist University, Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here today. Thank you.
My pleasure.
We'll be back right after this.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
The Party Spot venue and DJ service. Contact Tammy Reynolds for your next holiday or special event.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to Down on the Corner. I am thrilled to have with us. Oh, yeah. Hit the wrong button occasionally. We all do that.
I hit the wrong button. I thought I was on a different frame, so we were starting that over again.
Anyway, visiting with Jessie Greene, youth pastor, First Baptist Church, and a lot of what they said. I mean, there was a lot of truth in what they said. Dr. Norman, Dr. Cooper, and you deal with this on a daily basis. And so, you know, we were talking during the break and during the commercial break. Are we being, what's the word I'm looking for? Are we being rude and grouping people in the millennial category? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
Should we look at each person individually?
I think it's okay to. I think it's okay to look at a generation of people and say these are some basic values that they had, but to assume that an entire generation is identical to one another I mean it goes against every fiber of our being and everything that our everything that we've been raised with and told, hey, you're unique, you're an individual and all this different stuff. So I mean, it's like when you begin to group an entire generation of people together, and I think it goes with every generation. We don't want to be generalized. I mean, we are who we are. We are who God created us to be. We are who, our experience and our raising takes us. And so I think it goes back to what we talked about before the interview, that we need to allow students to be who they are. Yeah. We need to allow them
that individuality.
Yeah, we need to allow them to do that. We need to allow them to begin make important life decisions. Mm-hmm. They need to recognize how to do that. And the more that I hate the word shelter, but the more that we hold on to them, and the more that we try to make those decisions for them, the more likely that they are to venture off out of high school. And
true.
We need to respect them. We need to allow them to understand that they have the opportunity to make these decisions.
While you're sitting there talking, I remember the big thing when I was in junior high age group. I got to hurry because we're running out of time. Was the hair length on guys? Mm-hmm. By that time you had shoulder length hair, and it was just oh, well, we can't hire those long-haired freaky people, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But some of those long-haired freaky people are some of the nicest people on the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'll say this: like you said, we have got to, as an older generation, as we become older, my job, my hope is that I'm investing in younger generations, and those who are younger than I am. And the more that I get to know these students, their personality comes out, and just their loving nature, and they really want what's best for one another and their friends and other people, and so I think just investing in their life and asking them, you know, what their likes and dislikes are, and just talking with them and building a relationship with them is important. Yeah, that's very important. Don't try to tell them what to do. Just listen to their ideas, and
that's a good point.
It is.
Yeah, it's a good point. Wow, got about 20 seconds. Final thoughts? Our thanks to Dr. Stan Norman, Dr. Brett Cooper for coming in. It was a busy afternoon that day when we shot the video, and I thought Jesse'd really enhance this because he deals with this on a daily basis. I appreciate you being here and for your comments. That wraps it up. We'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy the rain, everybody. We'll see you then.